Hi there, Prep Plant Girl here. Today I want to get these two pots done up. These are the pots that I usually have out in front of my garage, just to add a little color to the front of my house. And it's the beginning of July and I haven't done them yet, so I think I need to get that done. So I'm going to bring you in here and give you a closer look at the plants I'm putting in, and then we'll get them potted up. Let's get started. So the plants I'm going to be using for this, well, I'm going to start with these cannas. These cannas are cannas that I've had for years. In the fall, once the foliage has been blackened from frost or the weather just gets too cold, I take them and I overwinter the rhizomes in a frost-free area. So I believe these are red ones, if I remember correctly. I used to have red and yellow. I'm pretty sure I just have red now, so I think that's what these are. Then I'm going to put in these Nothin Burgee. You see those gorgeous blooms there. So this is a vining plant, as you can see, and this one is called Orange Wonder. The next plant I have here is Lantana, and it's called Bandito Red, and you can see how the flower color changes from this red, and as they age they'll turn to this orange and then almost a yellowy color. They become these large clusters, and then they fall off. They leave these little balls. They'll turn to seed heads. You can easily just snap those off. Then I have this Biddens. This one is called Be Alive. You just see the gorgeous, almost like brush strokes with those flowers. This would be a nice filler plant in there. And then I have a Coleus. Now you might think of Coleus as a shade plant, and the rest of these have all been full sun, but this one, French Quarter Coleus, is supposed to grow well in sun or shade. So I'm going to pop it in here. I've never grown a Coleus in with this container, but this type of container plants before, but I'm just interested to see how it goes. And I think the big leaves from the Canna might give it a little bit of shade anyways, so we'll see how it does. It says it's sun or shade. We're going to put that to the test. The color in the leaves looks very almost magenta here. On the tag it's almost an orangish red, so we'll see. Sun or shade is going to affect, what the color is. So it's been in a lot of almost shade a lot of the time, morning sun anyways. So we'll see once it gets out in that full sun if this changes or if it stays this almost purpley red. I'm hoping it goes to kind of the orangish color. And then I just have a couple of Ipomea or sweet potato vine. These ones are called Spotlight Lime. And these ones say part shade, and they will be in full sun, but their roots will be shaded with all the other plants. And I've never had trouble with any Ipomea growing in the full sun there, so we'll put them in and see how they do. If anything, it'll just be slightly less vigorous, but I don't think it'll be an issue. And I don't know if you can see the nice edging on the leaves that these ones have here. So it's green and it has almost like a reddish maroon kind of edging to the leaves, which I think is quite pretty. So since I'm going to have a lot of plants in this pot and cannas are a heavy feeder, I'm going to start by amending the soil. This potting soil I believe I put in here in the fall for some plantings, so it's still fairly fresh. Not a lot of nutrients has been used out of it, but because the cannas are such a heavy feeder, I'm going to add some composted cow manure and some slow release fertilizer, and then we'll get the canna placed, and then we'll get the rest in. So you can see the roots on this canna have really grown and they're ready to come out. See the water? I just watered these. There's the tag. Yeah, it says it's a red one. I'm going to position that to the back, but over to the side a little bit, I think. Now I'm going to add a bit more soil in here. And these can handle having a little bit of soil added up along the edges of their stems there. So the next thing I want to do is I want to put trellis in the back, and I'm going to put this Nothin Burgee along there to try and come up the back there. So I'm just going to put it on the corner at the back. I don't know if you can see that. Just back in this corner. So it'll get some sunshine on its stems. But then hopefully I can get it to trail up this trellis a little bit, just to add some interest. So there, we got the vine going up there. Give you a little peek at what that looks like on the corner. So there, it's just peeking around the corner there. I think that'll look nice. Oh, this is the next one I'm going to pop in here. And it's 18 to 36 inches tall, the Chalice. And I'm going to put it back over here. Just tuck it in there. And then I thought this would be nice contrast with this kind of smaller, airier foliage of the biddens. And it gets about 10 inches tall, so that should look nice in there. Then you have the Lantana, and it has these kind of leathery dark green leaves. So we'll pop this in, and it gets 10 to 12 inches tall. So I'm going to put it kind of centered over here. Oh, I love the smell of Lantana when you crush those leaves. And then these sweet potato vine, they say they get 8 to 10 inches tall, but mostly they kind of will trail over, right? So they're going to fill in. Look at those roots. So what I thought I'd do is kind of tuck these back a little bit. Get those roots down in that hole. And then they should come and kind of start to trail out here around that Lantana. We'll do the same thing. We'll kind of tuck this one over on this side. And then it'll come and spill out and fill this corner in here. So there it is. You can see that Nothin Burgee just poking its flower out the back there, and then hopefully it'll come up that trellis and fill in. I've had hit and miss luck with getting them to do that for me. And those big bold canna leaves. And then you have the coleus and the biddens. That nice lantana there will give you some dark color and fill that area in. And then those two ipomia on either side of the lantana should just fill in and spill out and cover that side of the pot. And you can see how the biddens will kind of, it's nice airy, and it'll kind of soften up this corner a little bit as well. So I think that'll look really nice. So it's starting to rain again, but I'm going to try and quick get the other one done. And hopefully I get them put out where I want them and let you have a look at what I did. Okay, so start with the canna. Okay, so I was trying to get these pots opposite one another, and every year I seem to wind up not quite doing that, so see how I do this time. This trellis in here, Nothin Burgee on the right. Our coleus on the left. Okay, so the rain is not going to hold off. It started here, but I think I made pretty good headway. Got them planted anyways. I'll have to get this cleaned up quick and get things put away, but once the rain settles down, I'll come out and show you where I've put them and let you see how they're looking in their final spot. So the pots are done, and that's where they are. It's just on the other side of the garage door, like I plan to do. As the summer progresses, they'll fill in. Like I said, those sweet potato vines will spill over the sides, so I try to make sure they're towards the outside of the door, so that way when you're driving your vehicle in and out of the garage doors, you're not brushing up against, have plants rub on it and that. I don't know if that matters to everybody, but it does at our house, so I try to keep them to the side, and that lantana will fill in, the coleus will fill in, and the cannas will get the color. Like I said, we'll get that Nothin Burgee hopefully going up the trellis and give some color up and some height there. So I'll update you as the summer goes along to see how they do, but that's where we are right now with them. There's just a quick peek at my front yard garden area while we're out here. It's looking pretty good, coming along nicely. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, then hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more of my videos. We'll see you next time. Bye.